Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie Esther here, and this is another episode of Merch Corner where I talk about in real life merchandise that you can buy related to Dead by Daylight. Now, yesterday was Record Store Day. This is a day where lots of musicians get together and release albums all on the same day to encourage foot traffic to your local record store and thereby support your record store, and hopefully you'll pick up not only some of the new releases on Record Store Day, but some other back stock, and it helps support the record industry for retail sellers. Kind of in the same idea that where they have Free Comic Book Day drives a lot of traffic to comic book shops, and you wind up buying things in addition to the free comics you get, except of course these records aren't free. So Dead by Daylight released their own album for Record Store Day, the official soundtrack of Dead by Daylight. This has been available in digital formats for quite some time, but as far as I know, this is the first time it was ever pressed into a vinyl record. So the record came out yesterday, and they have two different versions of this record, one for Canada and one for the United States. So there's this is the Canadian version. At the top here you see the United States version, and that's like a dark fog or marble gray on the US release, and the bottom release for Canada is light fog or white fog. And both of these were limited to only 1,000 albums released each, and they're all numbered, individually serial numbered. So these became quickly difficult to obtain. I spent a good portion of my afternoon yesterday trying to find one of these with no luck, and I just thought I wasn't going to be able to get it at all. But finally, Silly Zombie came through with me and provided me with a link where I could get this Canadian version, and I ordered it lickety-split, and I believe now it is sold out. And there's a lot of aftermarket value on eBay for these. If you really want it, if you have that fear of missing out, you can turn to the secondary market, but I don't believe you can buy it at retail anymore. So let's go ahead and read about this album here on different parts of the web. So let me open up my browser here. We're going to go over to Blip Blop, and this website says Dead by Daylight Record Store Day LP up for online orders now. For today's record store, you can see this says July 17th. For today's Record Store Day drop number 2, Return to Analog, that's the people who published the album, Return to Analog, released the soundtrack to the online survival horror game Dead by Daylight on vinyl in physical stores and are now taking online orders as well. The release is a single LP available in two variants, a white fog, clear with white swirl variant for Canada, and a gray marbled variant for the US. It comes in a regular LP jacket with game art, and both variants are limited to 1,000 numbered copies each. It's priced at $30 Canadian, and the Canadian variant can be ordered here from Return to Analog, which is where I ordered mine, while the US variant will have to be purchased from stores that are participating in Record Store Day in the US. So your local record shop may have it. I would call around if you live in the US, call around your local record stores and see if they ordered this as part of Record Store Day, and you may still be able to pick this up. So this is a picture. This, I believe, is the Canadian version here, and because that's the same picture that you see when you click this, and it takes you to the Return to Analog website. Again, this is where I got mine, but you see it says it's sold out here now. And it says, first vinyl release of the soundtrack to the award-winning multi-platform horror game Dead by Daylight, which has a 40 million player base since 2016 release. Michel F. April's brooding atmospheric score was nominated for Best Original Music at the 2016 Canadian Video Game Awards. And let's see, what else? If we go to this website here, this is in Germany. Somehow they had a listing for the US version. Not sure how that works overseas. Original soundtrack, Dead by Daylight, Canadian version, Record Store Day 2021. And so they have, like, this is the actual jacket in the wrapper with the little label here on the bottom. And what else do we have here? Okay, so this is the back, side A, side B, and you can see here it has that serial number at the bottom out of 1,000 on that gold label. They're all individually numbered. And this is what the actual disc looks like, which is pretty cool. And I guess that's it. So let's see if we get out of the images here. And then it goes through by the track listing, and it just shows you what the names of all the tracks are. Obviously, we have the Dead by Daylight theme, and then all of the different atmospheric tunes. What do we have? 12 on side A, and 16 on side B. Here's somebody on Reddit who 17 days ago somehow had the album already. Now spinning Michelle F. April's Dead by Daylight on white fog colored vinyl, number 889 out of 1000, Canadian record store day release. The chase music triggers me so much though. And here it is spinning on the turntable, which that looks really cool. It's a nice image with the blur of the logo art in the center there. I don't know how they got that early though. If you do have that fear of missing out and you really need one, I would suggest calling your local record store to see if there's any chance that they have a copy of it. Otherwise, you're probably looking to the aftermarket with eBay, and the eBay prices are all over the place. There aren't any that are really cheap right now. If we go through the completed listings, green means they sold. We see here that we had one sell for $75. This was best offer, so there's no telling what that was. This one was $150, $127, another one for $75, another one for $75. That was the cheapest one that I had seen, but I believe that this person who had these for $75 sold them all. They had 10, so they made like a quick $400 in profit by buying up 10 of those. There's one for $200. Now see this one, $38.99. That's not bad. Another one here, $29.99. But most of them are much more than retail. There's 90, 90. So if we look, let's see what is left right now. If we go on the current ones that are available, 140, 119, 89, 129, 199. It's not looking good on the cheap prices. These are all PS4 games that include the digital soundtrack. So not looking too good here on this aftermarket to get anywhere close to what retail value was. So I would definitely suggest that you explore your local record shop first and see if there's a chance that there's one there waiting for you. But yeah, so that came out yesterday. I have one on order. I'm assuming that the Return to Analog website orders were all valid. It looked like they had about 100 left by the time I went to order yesterday, and then it showed sold out. And then today somebody tweeted to me and said that they got 2, and I was like, what? I thought they were sold out yesterday. And I went back to that website, and sure enough, they did have some more in stock, and they had about like 30 that you could still get here on their website. But now it's showing sold out again. So I don't know why they had some kind of a change in stock, that it went from 100 to 0 to back to 30 and now sold out again. So there's a chance that they might restock. I'll put the link in the description here so you can keep an eye on it just in case. But I guess the 1,000 copies in Canada weren't sold at record shops and were only sold through Return to Analog. Not entirely sure. I'm not really familiar with this whole record store day promotion. I don't know why Canada wouldn't participate in record store day and leave it to the publisher to sell all 1,000. But I felt like even them having 100 yesterday was a very large amount considering there were only 1,000 made. So not really sure about this whole thing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, my order is going to go through and won't get canceled. And when I get it, I guess we'll show it off in another video. So that's all I have for you today. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell like a wraith so that you don't miss the next video. And don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.